Hey, good morning everyone. This is Dane. Welcome back to the channel. Filipino Nurse Retires Home. How is everybody? I hope you're all well. Let me turn this off. Anyway, guys, thank you for all your comments and your views, okay? It really make me um, learn some stuff that I didn't know before. And you are basically supporting me emotionally. A lot of you guys are very nice people. Really, all of you. Maybe 99.9%. Everyone is doing great. Good people. Now, regarding my flight, okay, it's the same. Every day I check. And so far, they have not canceled my flight yet because I checked them on my email and then the website. Um, if it's still active. So far right now, it's still active, okay? There's some few cancellations that they do internationally. I'm going for PAL because of that reason, okay? This straight flight. Um, what I'm having a difficulty right now actually is making videos that are positive, okay? There's a lot of things that you can be negative about, especially in the Philippines, because I told you Philippines is not a perfect world. Our culture has some flaws in it, and it's nice to talk about those kinds sometimes because it's controversial and people like sometimes negative news. But right now it's bad time for me. It's a bad time for me to touch anything about anything negative. Um, Especially the country right now is suffering because of the calamity that they're going through. They're still recovering from that. So talking about the negative part of the country is a bad thing. Let's be positive then, okay, and enjoy every moment in the Philippines. There's a lot of things that we have to be grateful about, honestly. Really, lots of things. And people are recovering slowly in the Philippines, and the love for each other makes a lot of difference. Helping each other makes a lot of difference. Now, otherwise, I am very busy with preparing. Um, I have done a lot of I made sure that all my papers are in one container, this one folder, and I told you about that. Um, and otherwise, my PCR and RT-PCR test is the one that's bothering me very much right now because they have a 48-hour window before you can depart the international, okay? Not when you arrive the Philippines, but this is international flight. When you get to your the entrance, they'll ask for that here in any part of United States before you go off for your international flight. They will require for you to have a negative RT-PCR test. Now, not a lot of laboratory in United States offer a quick result because a lot of this urgent care, CVS, most of them will specify 1 to 3 days, okay? And that's not even guaranteed. Hopefully, when you apply for it online, when you would want the test done, you have to check the travel part. Maybe they will prioritize that you can get it within 24 hours. Otherwise, there's some laboratory, independent laboratory that offers a quicker one result. But when I checked them the other day, it cost too much money, like $275, $250, because the insurance would not cover for that. When I check on that to make sure that they're really doing the test, RT-PCR, they told me they cannot even do that because they are running short of supply. How is that? So I booked with CVS day before, and I went ahead and went to urgent care also and tried to book, but they would not cover. I think the insurance would not cover for two testing back to back. So anyway, they told me that there's another independent laboratory that is run by universities. I think it's a the students are doing it for free. So it's a walk-in thing and it's RT-PCR, hoping that they can give me the test then the day before I fly. So I'm gonna have to have 3 tests done back to back and during the day before. Why is it the day before instead of 2 days before? Because my flight is 1:30 in the morning on the 3rd. So I have to have it done um, like as early as 7 o'clock in the morning on the 1st, because basically I lost those testing time from 1:30 to 7 o'clock. So that's about 6 hours to 7 hours you lose for the testing time. All right, guys. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. And then I just found out something also because it worries me during the pandemic, traveling during the pandemic. But I told you already the reason why I'm leaving. I'm going to the Philippines. I just spoke with my friend whose husband is a doctor in New York. She told me that every time that you would go off, okay, would go off, like mingle with people or go to the department stores and be with the crowd, what she did is she will have about 40 cc's of normal saline. You can get that from the drugstore. It's a saline. It consists of salt solution. You can do that yourself. And then that 40 cc's, she put about 5 cc's of betadine, and then she will get a Listerine also, Listerine mouthwash. What she does is she's gonna flush that solution, uh, the 40 cc's plus 5 cc's of betadine. You can get that from Walmart easy. Mix it there and then flush your nose, because those COVID virus are very sensitive to those. And then she follows that with a gargle. And she told me since the very beginning of time, her husband, knock on wood, has been dealing with COVID cases. He's never been infected because he does that very careful, okay? Now what I did also, I got me some Lysol wipe from Walmart. I have it already in my bag, so I'm gonna wipe all those stuff in the hotel. Much as you can, you really have to be proactive with your prevention also. So maybe what I would do, I would wipe that area where I'm gonna touch in the plane, and when I reach the hotel, before I even um, use the toilet and everything that I can lightly touch, I'm gonna wipe them with Lysol, and I'm gonna do continuous every night, every day. When I wake up in the morning, I would have to flush myself those with those solution that my friend had suggested, hoping that you can deter or get infection from that. Although I'm vaccinated, guys, you know, even if you're vaccinated, you still can get the virus, but the symptoms would be lesser in degree compared to people who has not received the vaccine. Now, there is a policy now in the Philippines that you cannot enter, you cannot go to the Philippines without being vaccinated, okay, from other countries. And I'm not really sure, anytime this February, I'm not sure, I'm not positive on when that exactly, but they would not allow anybody unvaccinated to the country, which I cannot blame them. And regarding the quarantine also, I see a little bit of idea why they're doing quarantine in hotels, because Philippines is kind of dependent also, a lot of part of that percentage in our economy is dependent on the tourism. They do not want to kill that part of the country. So in a lot of ways, they are trying to make these hotels survive. The only way is making people um, go there for quarantine and stay there for days, basically to make them survive. If not, it would affect the tourism industry if those hotels would die. Okay, so I have to understand that. If not, I'll get so pissed. Okay, so you have to weigh the situation also, how the economy would be protected from all this pandemic, because it's already affected a part, not a part, but majority of the part of the economy itself. But anyway, it's a balancing thing. There should be a balance, so I can understand that some, okay, but not all aspect of how they do things, the way they implement rules and regulation, I am agreeable about. But I cannot be too vocal about it because they might kick me out of the country. I'm just kidding around, but I can see why. Um, anyway, guys, I am positive. I'm staying positive, but I am concerned. But you know, you just have to live. You're gonna dwell on the scary part of the pandemic. If not, you're not gonna be a happy person because it's a part of our lives now. It's been 2 years now that we have been dealing with it. We have not been seeing our families in the other side of the world for 2 years. Can you imagine that? But otherwise, guys, we'll just do our best and be proactive with our infection control. Still continue. Don't be complacent about anything. So thank you. This is just something to talk about, and maybe you are concerned I'm not doing too much of posting. The reason is because I'm too busy and I'm too lazy at the same time. God bless. Bye-bye.